Hello, it's Jesse Green, D619 Nerd, and I'm back, calmer. Um, and we're here to talk about Daredevil Episode 2 of Season 1, the Netflix only show. And we start off which I forgot to mention, it's the last review, that at the end of the show, a kid gets kidnapped. His father was beaten right in front of him, and then he was kidnapped by the Russians. So we start off with him in the trash, found by some kid, and taken in by a nurse named Claire by Rosario Dawson, who I've always liked. Um, so she takes him in and finds him stabbed, beaten to a bloody pulp. Um, and as this is happening, you see Karen still in the office with Foggy. She doesn't want to go home because the dead body of her friend is still there because she can't get it out. So she doesn't want to go home because people are trying to kill her. So Foggy and her go out drinking and go to a few bars and end up at Matt's place, waking up the neighbors at like 3 a.m. It's kind of funny. So at some point, a Russian mobster pretends to be a cop, goes to her apartment. Now here's where the thing kind of goes south. When he dropped a full thing of extinguisher on the guy's head, like 4 floors down. That's that kind of he would have died. No, but he would have bled to death. But they go to the roof. He kind of quasi tortures him. He laughs. Then she tells him where to stick a knife in his skull where he screamed. Kind of cool. Then he throws him off the roof into the same trash can he was in before. And, so at the end, one of the best part, there's a movie called The Raid. If you have not seen it, it's about a bunch of cops going floor to floor trying to stop these bad guys, and there's a lot of fight scenes, lots of people dying, lots of people getting shot, there's fight. Same thing, he takes out a bunch of Russians and saves the kid at the end, and that's how. And throughout most of this episode, you see his father and him. He comes home after a fight. He stitches them up like a cut man. Is henceforth the name of the episode. And you see a bunch of mobsters, both mostly Italian, I guess. Get him to. They want him to go down in like the 5th or something like that. Like in the movie, or probably even in the comic. But out of nowhere, he changes his mind because of his son, who just learned how to read Braille. I like the interaction with him and the kid. Even letting the kid drink some like little drop of whiskey, kind of cool. And then there's a name, Creel. Isn't that Sabretooth's real name? I could be wrong, but I think they changed it for the origin. I don't know. I don't care. It was awesome. Really good episode. Sadly, I've been sick, so that little rage filled didn't help my cause. But anyways, this is Jesse Green, D619 Nerd. I will have more tomorrow. Hopefully you'll stay tuned, and hopefully no more rages for at least a couple weeks.